In this video we will learn what is animated vector drawable, how to use Shapeshiftier.design to create animation, implement an example in Shapeshiftier.design, and at the end implement animation in Android Studio.
Typically we use editor to create animation, but before starting that I give a little overview how animation file look like. This is a typical vector file look like, which include path, the coordinate of the label, and include some of the properties such as fill color, stroke. Android introduced the animated vector format to use it with Android. This is a basic vector shape. Underneath you can see this group tag. Group tag is used to change the position of your path using different properties such scale Y, scale X, pivot X, rotation. When we will use editor you get the better understanding about these attributes. Clip path is used for masking. It's mean that the only part will be visible which is under this path. In a demo you will get the clear understanding about that. There are some other bunch of groups. These target define the animation to transform according to given property name and duration. This path data property name used to transform the shape. There are bunch of other animations such as rotation. We will see more properties in the editor.
This Shapeshiftier.design is used to create animation and transition. This is free tool and easy to use. This is a timeline, whereas this is the container where our file is placed. There are three menu: File, Import and Export. As in File menu we can save our work and reopen. Don't use Microsoft Edge, it has problem while saving your file. Now I will import SVG file and we will under to use this editor. We can import two type of file. One as SVG and second as vector drawable, which is basically an XML file also used in Android Studio. As you can see it gives us a properties about our file. It gives us a path data, fill color, stroke color. I will change the stroke width to 0. We can change these properties. We can add transition to all these properties. I will add transition to the fill alpha, which is the visibility of the path. We have to given from and to value. I give start value 0 and end value 1. We can the duration from timeline 2. Now I will add transition to the fill color. We can also add the transition to the color. I will give a light color to the end value so the change will be visible. You can see the effect of our given values. We simply add another transition to this property by clicking this plus sign. Now I will again convert it into its original color. I will add the light pink color to the start value. You can see the effects. This clip path is used for masking. We will see it in a bit, but first we will explore this group layer. This group allow us to add bunch of transition to our path. I will add the path into the group. We can add animation to all these properties. We can change the value from here. But as you can see that it's not rotation to its center. To keep it in center we use pivot value. Now I will set that and check which value make it to the center. Now I rotate it to 180 and set the value again. Now I make it 0 and then test the changes. Now it's working fine. It's going outside from the corner. I will change the size of the file. Now I will change its position into Y-axis. Now the rotation is visible. Now I will add animation to the rotation. I will set end value to 360. You can also transform the shape using path data. This is very useful in animation. I will delete this rotation animation. I will import the another shape to copy path to use path data property. I will copy the path. Delete this shape and paste it to the value of path data. Now you can see that it is transforming into the given shape. It used to transform to the different shape. For example, to transform and close icon to the menu icon. We will use it in our example. But to use it we have to take care of our coordinates. They should be same in both shapes. For example, if I add more coordinate, it will give us a warning. But we can use auto fix. But it will not as smooth as it was before. Now I will delete this and create animation. This will give us clear understanding. Before that we will took a look on a beta version. Using this beta we can create different path and export the output. Also we can create different shape. Now I will implement an example. We can export file in different format: SVG, vector drawable, animated vector drawable, which is used in Android. Now I will import a shape in XML. I will provide these files in a description. This is already in a group because I have created these file and export it into the XML format. I have set it values. So during the rotation, it will rotate from the center. Now I will add the rotation animation to the 180. I will import two more path to use the path data property. I will disable the visibility. We need only path data of these shapes. But before that I will also add the animation to the scale Y. It will give an overwhelming look during transition. I will change value to 1. As you can see the result. I will set the duration time. I am adding planed value that I have checked before. You can change it according to your need. I will change the duration of the animation to 5 seconds. I will zoom out the timeline using Ctrl plus scrolling. It seems that the Firefox having problem in zoom out. I am shifting it to the Google Chrome. Now we are in a Chrome. I have recreate the file. But you can simple save the file and open it into the Chrome browser. I have set the end time. And now by pressing Ctrl plus scroll, I am zooming out and zooming in into the timeline. I am changing the duration to the 5 seconds. I will also set the duration of scale Y transition. Now you can see that. Now I will copy the path of this shape to put it into the path data transition. I will create the transition and now paste it into the value to transform the shape. It will transforming but into the opposite shape. That because of the rotation. I will change the value in rotation transition. Now you can see the result. I will set the duration, end time to 1274 and start time to 783. That looking beautiful. Now I will delete this shape. No use of that. Now I will copy the path of this shape. and add one more path data to our initial shape. And paste the path to the value. Now I will copy the to value and paste it into the from value. It's working fine. We will increase the duration and set the value. Now I will play this into a slow motion. Quiet impressing. Now I will show you what exactly we are going to create. I will open a previous file I have created. Now we have to add these line in our animation. As you see that there is line at the top and there is one more line in a lower area which is rotating inside the logo. Now we create that. First I will delete these. No use of these file. I will change it name to the initial. Now I will import top line shape. We have to pass it through our logo. We use Translate X to move it toward to the left. We will add the animation to Translate X. I will keep it back to 6. And now add a transition of Translate X to the group of top line. Set from value to 0. And to value to -121. Control plus scroll to zoom the timeline. I will increase the duration. Now you can see the effect of transition. I will set the start time to 2994 and end time to 3585. It's working fine. Now we have to add one more transition to pass it through our logo. I will set it values. I will set the end time to 4176. Now two line are passing to the upper part of our logo. Now we add mask to hide the part outside our logo. Click to the clip path. Keep it before the top line, so it can affect the top line. We have to pass the path data to the clip path. Now I will import shape to get the path value. I have imported a mask. I know it's look very nasty, but I am not worried about that. I am only using it for the masking. I will copy the path. And now delete this shape. And paste the value to the mask. Our mask is created. Now it will show the path which is inside this mask. It gives us our required result. Now we have to add more transition to our logo. I will import the straight line. It's imported. I will disable the visibility of mask so we can see our imported shapes. Now I will import the one more line shape. Below the top line. Now I will add the rotation transition. I will change its place in the timeline. I will keep it here and set the time to 3079. and start time to 2488. Now I will add the values. First I will show you how you can find your desired value. By keep pressing the up button. You can see the result. As you see that, it's rotating perfectly because I have set the pivot and translate values to the group. I will set the from value back to 24. Now we will set the end value. Yes, we need it right here to 26. It's going fine as we need it. Now we need this straight line to move with the rotated line. Now I will add the transition to it. I add the Translate X transition. I will increase the duration. First I will check which value I needed. We wanted it to move to the -3. It's moving but still there is a gap. I will set the start time to 2470. There also need to set the end time. Let's check these values. It's going fine. We need to move this line to left end. We will add one more Translate X. I will increase its size. I will decrease the from value. And now set the to value. Here it's look good. I will set the end time. Now I will enable the mask. Now you can see this smooth result. But we don't want this line in the upper part. We will hide this with one more mask. But we also needed to one more line after this transition. We will add one more transition by clicking the Add button. Now we have to set the values of this transition. There a little difference. We also need to set the start time. It's fine now. Now I will add one more mask to hide the upper path. Create a new clip path. Keep it before the straight line. Now I will import the shape to copy the path value. Here it is. I will copy the path. Delete the shape dot and paste it into the mask. It's working perfect. And then add the alpha transition. Where we need these lines. Now we need to add our last transition, the last line. We will add this just by click plus button. I will increase its duration and set the values. It's ready now. I will run this in slow motion. It's ready to export. You can create better than this. And use the resources better than me. Now I will export the file in animated vector drawable format that we will use in Android Studio.
This is the animated vector drawable file created in Shapeshifter design. I will copy this file and open the Android Studio. Create a new project. And paste this file into a drawable folder. I will change the name to ANIM. There's already a file in my folder. I will overwrite it. Here it is. It contains all the code about path and transition. This is a main XML file. I have placed an empty image view where we will place our animation. Width to 100 dp and height to 200 dp. Now I will open Kotlin file. If you don't know Kotlin, don't worry, I will also show the code of Java file. First of all, create an object of animated vector drawable. Then we will get our image view. Then we will set background resource of our image view with our animation file. Then typecast background to the rocket animation variable. This if statement is to check the AP level greater than 21. If I remove it, it will show us in the red line. And then we will add handler with the delay of 6 seconds and pass the intent into it. That's it. This is a Java code of that file. First we declare a variable, then an image view, set background resource, typecasting, and then start animation, and at last a handler with the delay of 6 seconds and intent into it. We are intended to register activity. In register XML, we have one text view only. Now I will run the project on emulator. The animation is working, but it seems we need to make some change in our animation file. I will change the interpolate value to fast out linear in. Copy and paste it to the other object animator. And now rerun the project. It is better and working perfectly in my real device. But still we can improve it by changing the duration. I will drop the beta version below. Good luck, see you again.